Now, talking about education, we also decided to hit the street, went to the Makola market to look at how parents are coping with the increment in prices of books, textbooks, exercise books, and other school materials, and other items that are bought by students across all levels of education. This is what we're able to pick up.
School year, and we have parents across the various sections of the country coming to the Makola market to make sure they get the right sort of assorted books and those items that have been put on the item list from various schools. And this cuts across the various levels of education. So we're taking from basic school and then also to senior high schools and even to those who are undergraduates at the various public universities. So we'll speak to a number of these traders, a mix of them, and then we'll get to know. So they're selling everything right here at the Makola market. So if it's toiletries, and for those who go to the universities, they definitely will have to buy these toiletries. And we know that education has gotten to everybody, every facet of the society, and for young ladies, they'll have to buy everything. But we also do have everything that they're buying on the market. So if it's just normal key holders, you also find them right here. And then just the basics, you know, for those who live in Pentagon and some of those plush places on the campus of the University of Ghana, for example, they have to buy all these things. But hangers are also available. So just in case you need hangers, you find that many of these students or pupils or the parents who are buying on behalf of their children are also here. But no over no
Anga.
Oh, okay. No all hello.
No more dromo.
No one many universities can be who am about here.
O fine jala biane jala fe basa yo wa pekeke ke wo yo
oh enya hole
ene 10 cedi
ene 10 cedi
o fine.
Okay, so over the minute there
o fine na cho mi
ayele. Okay, so I'm speaking to Ayele, and Ayele sells hangers and all sort of room decorative or wardrobe items. And these hangers, for example, this one goes for 10 Ghana cedis. And she's saying that, well, business is not too good, but they're just managing. No, are here, mere quantities are here.
O fine beni de ba na nwele no ba ye ke no ke ko ba masusu fi o ba na shibi amele jala bele tomo fese bi ane no fi enu efe basa shi fio.
Right. Then she says that when she comes to the market to sell for the day, at least what she wants by way of the markup or the profit, she's able to get and then fend for herself or as well as her family. Oh yeah, bilo.
O fine.
No, I'm a school.
O fine dabi.
I'm a best school. I'm a drug.
Eda biko me penny or Eda ena 21 years. Ego na ne acha no. It's money ba acha.
So she has a child just 21 years. No, and that's Ayele, and that child says he or she is not going to go to school anymore. So she doesn't have a burden of responsibility for looking after a child. But Ayele, that's Ayele there. So we want to take some sneak peek of all that's happening. So we'll go up and then we'll speak to a number of people. And sometimes when we come here to have these interactions, we speak to a number of them. So I have this my regular sweet auntie here. She's somebody I always talk to when I come around. And what are you selling?
I sell dresses.
And so these are office dresses.
Yes.
Do you have young university undergrads who also come to buy?
They used to come.
And this is a good season for them, right?
Yes. This is because of their
reopening.
So they have been coming. By the grace, we are selling.
Right. Hey, the last time I came to By the Grace.
Yes, the grace.
What's your name again?
My name is Gloria.
Okay. Auntie Gloria. So this one, for example, will go for how much?
It's go for 30 cedis.
But somebody will say that's expensive because I remember it's not.
It's not. Even mine is even cheaper than the other places.
Oh, you mean the main street?
Yes.
And do they complain about maybe the price variations? Maybe they came 5 months ago and now it's higher. Do they complain about that? And why do they
complain? Because of the dollar. The people are saying the dollar have been reduced, but the things are not. So we are still selling the same prices that we are selling.
So you are selling things to young people, but it's not your fault because where you go and pick these items, the price
expensive over there. Still, the things haven't come down, so we are still selling at the old prices.
So it means that your customers who are students will be complaining.
They complain because their pay is not good enough. But how for do they have to
Actually get pocket money from them?
Yes. You have
Thank you
to
very
manage.
much.
Thank you
Auntie
too.
Gloria.
Yes, I'm Gloria.
By God's grace. So that's Auntie Gloria, by God's grace, aka by God's grace. But I think the main objective for us coming here is to also gauge the market in relation to the items that they would need. Young people, those across the universities who come to Makola right here in Accra, and then also go to the bookshop. Now you got to find that this is my regular base where I buy books. If we can come forward, let me just show you where the books. So we have inside here, inside where Linux collections are, various book retailer, and we're talking about textbooks, and you can find that a number of parents, many of them have come at this time to make sure they get books. We want to have an interaction with them, get to see whether, well, parents are satisfied in the first place, and then also for those selling, what are they talking about? Now, what are you doing?
Books no be one.
Into what enterprise, babe?
Linux.
Linux. Okay. And I'm a regular customer. Into any problem here in your. Into this book now, Ukrainian book.
Oh, primary class A1.
Okay, where normal textbook.
Size books.
Where I?
Park room 50 cedi.
50 cedis.
Yeah.
Now 5 months ago, no cheap one.
Yeah, cheap. 30 cedi.
30 cedis.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
And easy. Your friend say.
Alfred Ama.
Alfred. So Alfred is somebody who is always at the entrance. And if you know Makola very well, you need to get somebody, because those who are retailing are many. So you need to get somebody who will be at the entrance and be calling customers. Into you open Alfred customers. How from say?
Bookshop.
Bookshop.
No
Kebio.
Bookshop. Who say no calculator. Yes.
So that's how he does it, to make sure he calls customer. Oh, I have fun and beautiful one. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Which part of Accra are you coming from?
Sakumono.
Sakumono. Yeah, I used to live Sakumono, just around Otabel's church.
16.
Yes, very good. I used to live at Community 16. And so you're buying for your child?
Yeah, I have a list here.
Wow. So what's on your list?
I have 30 exercise books, graph book 2, sketch book 2, notebook, teacher's notebook 3, dictionary advanced Oxford for primary 1, jotter, ruler, mathematical set, acrylic paint, paint palette, paint brush. All this went for 500.
All this for 500. Is this the first time you're buying books yourself?
No.
You've been buying?
Yes, but this time around, it's extremely high.
So Queen's Court School, and this is their list?
Yeah.
Okay. So
they have the school list, the one that will be provided by this.
So how many book lists have been given to you? 2 types? So you have the school books?
Yeah, these are the exercise books, and the textbooks will be given by the school.
But you pay for it?
Yeah, you pay for it.
Okay, so this parent is with Queen's Court School, one of the best schools if you're in the Tema, Shama area. And she's coming from way away, or if not far away, Sakumono. And Rosemont has these number of selected or identified books from Queen's Court School. What that means is she spent 500 Ghana cedis. Now your child is going to which class?
5, class 5.
Class 5. And ideally, if the person was in class 4, it would have been less? Like last year you bought it for less?
Oh, I don't think so, because prices of everything is high now. So I don't.
So you put all these into consideration when?
Yeah.
So when you were coming, how much did you load?
For 600 when I was coming.
So you've gotten a markup of 100?
Yeah. 4 point something, almost 500. And you need to buy those brown paper to cover up and all that.
Did they put a brown paper there, or they just recommend?
No, it's not there, but then you have to do it yourself just to protect the books. No children.
Class 5. Thank you very much, Rosemont. I've
You're
enjoyed the conversation with you. So Rosemont is one of many customers who have come here. And this actually is also one of the regular places that I come to buy books. I mean, I have to be truthful. She budgeted for 600, but when she came, she was able to get the items for 500. So that's a good thing. But if you take a look at the entrance, very busy. This is the time. Schools reopened on Tuesday because, as you know, that's the ideal time that the schools will tend to reopen. They'll reopen on Tuesday and then go on vacations on Thursday. So we have a number of the parents here, and some of them are coming with Madam. So if you look at Madam's book, she's having Dawn series computing. So it's a recommended book. Now we all time our class bay.
Class 2.
Class 2. Our school bay.
Our busy school. Our la.
I want to feel that. Oh, then that's a good thing. So and on one hour to be that.
I find now muko checky.
Check.
Into
Obana here Ukra. Now Ukraine 1,900 500.
I find now kwako checky.
One kasa Obano mobile money now here now the tomb. Now budget here.
And the I find I bet checking me now.
What's your price now? See. What's your friend say?
From me Faustina.
Okay, so Auntie Faustina doing as the honors. But you know, for many of the times you find that a lot of parents would have to pay hard cash for many of these. So I would have a conversation with a parent and try to see whether she's satisfied with the pricing. So, and see whether that is also the way to go as far as the pricing is concerned. But let me speak to my great gentleman, Manchester supporter. I love Chelsea.
Then we are rivals.
Yeah, I know, right? How are you? What's your name?
I'm fine. I'm Isaac J. Mensah.
Okay, so Mr. Isaac J. Mensah, you are representing which of the bookshop?
I'm with Atake and Minas Bookshop.
Okay.
That's my uncle and my senior sister.
So tell me, if you look at the flow of books in terms of the copies that are on the market, are they local or international?
Oh, I think most of them are foreign books because with the Dawn series, with the backgrounds as the one that you just showed on your screen, it's a foreign-based books, and mostly we have some local.
So it means that it's a local textbook but printed or produced outside?
Sure, exactly.
How many years have you dealt with the business in terms of the printing business or the book selling business?
We've been here since 2008.
Wow, that's a long time.
Actually, I'm not working here, but I'm here to assist my senior sister.
But you are associated with the business?
Yeah, I've been here for since 2008.
Isaac, how would you describe the book business in terms of the textbook? Has the cost for you, the sellers or the retailers and the producers, been increasing over the years?
Very, very drastically, seriously, because book that we used to sell it like 30 cities last year, it's now 45.
Wow.
Book that we used to sell it like 50 cities is now 85 cities, and parents are
60 to 85.
I'm telling you. Parents are complaining. At the same time, the owners of the shops also complain because when you go and the books are expensive there, when you can, we definitely put a margin of 5 or 10 cities depending on the size and the class of that book. So seriously, this year has been very, very difficult for parents and even ourselves. Because parents do come here, when you do the calculation or the pricing for them, they will go back. They need to check price list from different angles. You get it? So seriously, this year has been very challenging.
Now, if you look at the depreciation of the dollar from September, October, of course it subsided December and now we're in January. Would you say that the way it's now depreciated, it's now influenced prices to come down for the books?
Actually, I can't see any decrease of any.
You can't see anything?
Because one thing that we've been noticing is like books, people that they are talking about is like the money or the dollars that we use, because these books came in somewhere last year before this year.
Oh, okay.
So we bought this maybe in the dollar of 15 cities at Ghana cedis. So $1 is to 15. But now the dollar has depreciated. It still doesn't affect it because we use bigger or higher money to purchase it, and we can reduce it since the dollar has gone down. if you do that, maybe you are going to run out of cost, because I can't buy a book like 20 cedis and sell it 15 or 18 cedis. As a businessman, it doesn't go like that.
Wonderful. This one is the business of economics.
Absolutely.
On the show, we're introducing a segment called Kinkonomics, and it's about looking at the living conditions of basic goods and services for people. Now, that would also mean that what do you tell parents when they keep complaining about the price?
I think it's with the system and the economy, because since things are being very, very difficult, absolutely what we are going to tell parents is like, me for example, I have a child. The school fees that I paid last year is like around 450 cedis. Now I'm paying like almost 780 Ghana cedis.
You're talking your personal experience?
Yeah, like my child, my firstborn. You get it.
You have to buy books for that child?
Yeah, her textbooks, the stationery was 930 cedis.
Oh, but you yourself, so it's for free?
It's not for, I'm even buying from the school. I'm not supposed to pick it from my own shop and give it to my son, because it's prescribed from the school that we definitely need to purchase this from the school. But for my second and the third, that one we are purchasing this from outside. So what I would tell parents, like they need to comply, because that is the system. We can't, you don't have the money. Books are expensive, yet the school demands it, so you definitely need to absolutely. And we have some parents, they will come, instead of 8 books, the money they budgeted for, maybe they budget for maybe 50 cities as compared to last year, so they are thinking an increase of maybe 5 cities. When they come, it have shoot up maybe 20 cities. So instead of you to buy maybe 10 books, you definitely need to buy half of a book, like 5. You go home and you go and prepare for yourself.
And so that's what parents have been doing?
Yeah, mostly, because not all. I can tell you like almost 60% comes here, then go back. Yeah.
Isaac Ejemen, sir.
Yeah, my name is Isaac.
Thank you very much. You say your book retailing enterprise is which one?
It's Atake Bookshop.
Atake.
Yeah, Atake Bookshop.
Atake.
Sure.
So Atake, but it's a good side. You know, as a parent, you tend to associate with some of the sentiments. So Isaac Ejemen is telling us that for their retailing business, they've seen some increment, 30% in excess, as far as the prices are related, but it's also because the books are not made here. Most of them are made outside. So let me speak to a parent who's willing to. How are you, madam?
I'm good.
Yeah, what's your name?
I'm Josephine.
Oh, beautiful Josephine. Now, you're buying for your child or for somebody else?
For my child.
How many children do you have going to school this academic year?
One boy.
Only one?
Yeah.
So that's good. When you were coming, how much did you budget? Like when you got the list from the school, how much did you budget? Like when you were coming, how much did you budget?
Oh, I didn't budget for any amount. It just came, any price, I'll just buy it for my kid. Yeah.
So what have you bought? And if you compare to last year, what would you say?
Okay. I bought pencil, eraser, sharpener, exercise books, and sketchbook, golden English. I'm still waiting for more.
Oh, you have more? Do you have your book list here?
No, I've given it to them.
Yeah. So what's the amount they say you should prepare?
Oh, but she didn't give me any estimate.
Okay, so she'll come back and come and give you the price?
Yes.
Now, Josephine, if you take a look at the situation of textbooks, you know sometimes when they buy the textbooks, you still do some replacement within the year.
Yes.
You're aware of that?
Yes.
So you are ready for that?
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all, because the books are so expensive.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you, how would you describe the market this time?
It's very bad. Everything is expensive. So I'm not ready to replace it in it.
As a parent, what sort of pressure does it put on you then? Because I know after this you have to give soft drinks.
Yes, it's true. Biscuits and all those things. You buy biscuit, drinks, you pay their feeding fee, you give them pocket money for them to buy some.
How much pocket money do you give a day?
Oh, sometimes you give 3 cedis or maybe 5 cedis.
But you know you cook. 3 cedis cannot cook good food.
Oh, so you cook and give them that money for toffee or something. Yeah.
Josephine, we're all parents. So, your full name is Josephine? Dansoa Josephine, giving us some great insight there. But as we want to wrap up, have an insight, let me just take you in a bit, because we've at least gotten a fair idea of the bulk of the people in there. This is where I personally come to buy books for my kids, so I know, for example. So they have everything here, right here. You can find teachers' notebooks, exercise books, and anything that you want. And it's a whole lot of darkness out here, but it's because people want to make sure that they get all the books that they can as identified and given to them by the various schools. So everything is here, right here. Yeah, but you work with which of the agencies?
Atake Bookshop.
Atake.
Bookshop, yeah.
So I just spoke to Isaac. You're familiar with him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he says the prices have increased.
Yes,
slightly.
that's true.
Slightly or astronomically?
Astronomically, yes. Because some books that was sold at last year at 30 cities is now going for 65 cities, 60.
That's
yes.
more than half.
Yes.
Wow. Did I say more than half? More than that's over 100%.
Yes, 100 times 2. Multiple, yes. Because exercise was sold last year 25 cities, is now 70 cities per pack. Yes.
So what are the responses from parents that you have interacted with? Because your shop is a big one.
You know, they will complain. As you know, they keep complaining, and we also know how it feels, but they have no option than
and you also run it
purchase. Yes, please. Yeah.
Yemano, thank you very much. So that's the interaction so far, and Makola Market, Atake Bookshop, and many other retailers are all here, and we're just here to make sure that we get the sentiments of parents, what they think about textbooks that have been itemized by their schools for their awards, and whether they can afford and what their own sentiments are. Now it's back to the studio.